guys, I'm here in Kalihi. We're going to start off this episode with sandwiches, and I've done a couple sandwiches. If you're wondering why I didn't add it in this video, I'll put the links in the description box below from the past, but we're going to check out some that I have not checked out, or they're kind of new. So we're here in Kalihi. We're on Mokauea Street. It's a long street, so it's between Nimitz Highway and Dillingham, and we're here to see Lele. Here it is. They sell sandwiches. It's like a little food truck. Right across the street over there is Pongo's, to give you reference. And the bad thing here is there's no parking, but I just kind of illegally parked because I don't really care. And if I get a ticket, I get a ticket. So it should be fast. Here's the food truck. And I think I'm going to get the Andy. Alright, so they're pretty cool here. Here's the menu. I'm getting the Andy, which is the boar's head, sirloin, horseradish cheddar, fresh black truffle, romaine, red onions, and tomato. Hopefully you can hear me because it's very windy. And I'm getting the meal, which comes with the house-made chips, and you can get lemonade or iced tea. I got lemonade. If you're not into beef, they've got turkey, they've got like a bacon with ranch, avocado, and a pork salami Philly with provolone. And they have a nice Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 3, very nice. And they do Calvary Chapel. Pretty cool. And this is their truck. Also, they have some really nice seating here, a couple of benches. Man, I would record here, but I'm an idiot again and forgot my SD card. Every time I'm rushing really early in the morning for work, I grab my camera and forget that it's in my laptop. But they've also got seating over here too, like single bench seating. So it would be a great place to eat, and it's nice. And over here is kind of sunny, but over here is pretty shady. Looks very comfortable. Okay, so I got my sandwich, the Andy from Lele's Bistro, and they have a little cute saying here from the Bible. So really nice people. Can't complain. Very cheery, very welcoming. All right, so let's break open this box. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, I can't tilt it. It's all going to fall out, but I will show it to you in a close-up. Looks very appetizing, and they use boar heads meats, deli meats, so that's nice. And then I got their homemade house chips, which they fry up. You can get just the sandwich for cheaper, but for just a few more dollars, you can get a drink and their homemade chips. It smells very good, and the presentation's very nice. They put some sticks in there so the sandwich doesn't fall apart, so let's try to get that out. Look at that. So pretty. And they claim to use the local bread from Star Bakery. That's what their bread is, and it's a sourdough I just read about, so I hope I like it. I don't usually like sourdough, but it looks nice and soft, so I can't complain. So I am excited to tuck in. The sourdough is not too sour. That's what I don't like about it. I'm not into fermented things. It's pretty mild, so it's nice. It's soft. The crunch of the veggies, the onions, the fresh romaine lettuce, everything's so fresh in here. It even looks like another piece of like a green leaf lettuce. The red onion gives it flavor, and the meat is soft. This one is a roast beef with creamy horseradish sauce, but the horseradish is not too spicy or very potent. It's just right, and it's got a nice creamy touch to it. Makes it different, makes the meat stand out. I like it. Super juicy too. You see all the juices dripping on the bottom, so you gotta definitely put your arms up and tuck it in and go over a plate or something. All right, let's try these chips before they go stale. Homemade fried chips, really thin. Wow, that is some good crunch. It's delicious. Man, this meal is bomb so far. This is one of the better sandwiches I've had so far in a while. My favorite is Machete's of all the ones I've tried, but I'm not, to be honest, a sandwich person. I'm your typical local, kind of very Asian. I like rice. So I'd rather take a plate lunch over a sandwich, but this is really fresh and delicious. Everything just goes so well together. The bread's soft, the different textures from the crunch of the lettuce, the soft tomato that's juicy, the horseradish cream, the onion that brings that flavor out, and the meat and the cheese. I did read one of the reviews when they first earlier opened, and they complained they liked the chips and the taste and everything, but some of them were raw. But they were trying to perfect it, and I think they have, because all of these are cooked very well. They're not burnt, but they're not raw, and they're very thin, very nice and crunchy. And considering I had to drive to another road to find legal parking because I was kind of sticking out in the intersection, I didn't eat this and open it right away, and they are still crispy. So usually when you make homemade fries at home, they go stale very fast and they lose their crunch, but these are keeping their crunch. They're not overly salty, and it tastes really good. It really goes well with the sandwich. I am very impressed with the delicious sandwich I got. I'd highly recommend the Andy if you like roast beef. I picked it because it's something different. Usually I'm a turkey bacon kind of girl, but I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit and not eat the same thing. I'm one of those people that eat the same thing over and over if it's just my private life. So I always get a turkey and bacon. And that roast beef was soft, tender. I didn't have to wrangle with it. It's delicious with the cheese and the sauce and everything else that goes along with it. Definitely try Lele's Bistro, kind of a brand new food truck there in Kalihi. If you're sick of the same old lunch that you're getting and you want something different and fresh and healthy at the same time, go get you a sandwich there. They've got different options, so you don't have to get the roast beef. Definitely throw in the chips there, and it's great. I can't complain. That was a great lunch. One more thing before I leave for this portion of the video. I got their lemonade instead of their iced tea. You can half and half it too, like an Arnold Palmer type of thing. Let's try it. It's good. It tastes like your typical, not to knock it, but it tastes like Country Time lemonade or something like that. But it's good. It's nice on a hot day like today, and really goes well, and it's refreshing to the palate after that sandwich or in between bites. Hey guys, I'm at my second spot, and it is Honolulu Bistro. I'm here in Moana Shopping Center. If you're wondering where that is, it's near the Makai food court by Jollibee, and I'll show you photos of that. So that's the Makai food court. There's Poke and Box, and if you go a little bit more down, it's right by the Jollibee. So past one of the entrances of the food court, here's the curry house. There's the Jollibee inside. And Honolulu Bistro is right there. Here it is. All right, so they have different coffees, and hopefully I can do this because there's music, but they've got all kind of drinks. So I got the pineapple coconut, honey and ice, and then Aiden got a mango apple. I'm sorry, they were out of mango. I think he got the mixed berries. That's orange, apples, pineapples, bananas, lemons, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and ice. And these are their sandwiches. They're very creative, and they have local flavors to them. I got the local. That's American cheese, so it's a grilled cheese sandwich with corned beef, jumbo white garlic bread. Sounds super delicious. And then they even have like one with Spam. Where was it? The Spamwich. So they've got local type of grilled cheese. So that got a fried egg, Spam, mayo on garlic white bread with hash browns and American cheese. Heart attack on a sandwich. And then Aiden is going to get their famous Da Aloha. That's a rainbow mozzarella cheese sandwich, which is super pretty. They also have some sweet sandwiches, so if you're into sweets, they have a grilled peanut butter and jelly, another peanut butter with sliced bananas and honey, kind of like an Elvis sandwich without the bacon. Nutella fluff sandwich and Nutella banana. And they also have their famous tomato soup, but I didn't want soup today, sorry, so I'm not going to show it. Kind of hot today, and they have side salads and stuff like that. Okay, I got our first drink. This is mine, the pineapple coconut. Ooh, that's yummy. It's got, okay, it's got something nutty in there, but I guess it's just the coconut milk. And it's got honey inside too. Really yummy. Nice and sweet. If you like coconut, you'll definitely like this. It kind of tastes like a pina colada. And this is Aiden's. He got a mixed berry. You can definitely taste the sweetness and a lot of berries in there. The blueberry and strawberry. Really yummy. And it's not too sweet. Okay, our stuff came out, so we said we're gonna eat in. So it comes in these lovely koa plates, looks like. The wooden plates. Really beautiful. This is the famous Da Aloha with the rainbow cheese. And this is the local, which is the grilled cheese sandwich with corned beef hash inside. So I'm going to take this apart because it's famous for its cheese pull. And it's supposed to be really beautiful. Here it is. Wow, so cool, right? Let's take a bite of this rainbow sandwich. It's probably got so many chemical dyes in it, but I don't care, it's so pretty. That is delicious. It's the garlic bread that makes it. Has that really good garlic bread taste. And the cheese is so pretty. Look at that. That is definitely a delicious, amazing, just not by just the colors, it tastes really good. It's the good garlic bread that makes that, and the really cheesy cheese. It's wonderful. All right, here's mine. This is the local, and it's got the cheese and the corned beef hash inside. And it looks like the really good corned beef hash, like the Samoan kind. It doesn't look like the junk one in the can with the potatoes. I don't really care for that one. Here we go. It's very cheesy with the American cheese. I think it's American cheese, yeah. And that American cheese is just coats the inside of your mouth with the cheesiness. Let me get more of the corned beef hash. The corned beef hash just melts in your mouth. It's on the saltier side, but it works with the bread and the cheese. But if you're really not into high sodium, you might not like it, but I like it. This is very creative to make a grilled cheese sandwich in a local way, because we all like corned beef hash with our rice. And the garlic bread, again, it comes with the same garlic bread as the Aloha sandwich, and that's what makes these sandwiches. That garlic bread, it just looks like plain white bread, but it's not. It has good flavor. I know a lot of people don't like onions, but I think if sauteed onions were in here, that would frickin' be bomb, yeah? It just reminds me of homemade corned beef hash with rice. But if you're a corned beef hash lover, definitely try this out. Both sandwiches were amazing. I highly recommend coming here. It's really creative and a great way to make grilled cheese sandwiches local, with the Spam and everything too. That's pretty awesome. So come down here, very creative sandwiches owned by a local family, and the drinks are really great too. Again, as you're going along in this video, I will put all the locations every time I do that for every video, the address and the phone number and the hours. The hours may change here and there, but it kind of gives you just a kind of hint of when they're open. Definitely, if you want to do updated hours, check like Yelp or Google, but I put all the information so that you can visit all of these places if you're interested in them, because they're all local businesses making great sandwiches. Next up is a place in Kaimuki next to the Cracksteed store, which is an iconic place. It's called Sprouts. sandwich shop, and we're gonna go there. If you're wondering, it's on Kokohead Avenue, and the cross street would be Waialae. So let's go into the store. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. It's a windy day, but I figure change of scenery, get out of the car. This is the Sprout sandwich. I got the Duke, which is pretty much like a turkey bacon sandwich. I'll put all the ingredients on the bottom of the screen, and let's dig into this. I will say I went in to order, and it probably took 5 minutes to make. They make it fresh, and it's on ciabatta bread. You can get like a, I forgot what she said, but I think it's more like a healthy multi-grain bread, so I got the ciabatta. Inside looks like some turkey, bacon, some fresh lettuce and tomato, and like a mayo sauce. It does have some grill marks on it, but it doesn't look totally toasted. She didn't ask me if I wanted it toasted, but it looks very delicious, and it looks like some really good, nice, thick cut turkey instead of that thin deli meat stuff. So let's dig in. This is a pretty huge sandwich. That's a really good sandwich too. Everything so far has been great. I'm not disappointed yet. Looks like some pickled onions in here, and it gives it a nice tang, and it's delicious. The turkey cuts are thick and meaty, and everything kind of goes well together. You got that pickled onion vinaigrette that cuts through the mayo fat, and it gives it a fresh taste, and all the veggies are really fresh. I'm an early bird, and I wake up very early, so lunchtime for me is very early. But when I went, like I said, it's really quick. So if you're looking for a quick sandwich, this was the place. If you're wondering where parking is, there's a big metered parking lot behind it. If you're familiar, that Kaimuki parking lot, that takes coins and now credit cards. And there's also street parking right on the side of it. When I went on Thursday, it was pretty empty, so I could find a space, but I'm not sure how it is during peak lunch hour, but I say I got my lunch pretty fast. This is really nice. The bread's super soft and flaky. It has that flaky crustiness from the ciabatta. Gives it a different taste and texture. I would say the bacon and the crispiness gives it a nice texture with that soft, thick, meaty turkey, and the crunch of the vegetables is really wonderful with everything combined in your mouth. Like I said before, in the last shop, Lele's Bistro, this is my go-to wherever I go, Subway, whatever. It's always a turkey bacon sandwich, and I'm glad they have it. You don't really get to choose your toppings like Subway. It's already pre-made, but this combo is exactly what I would want. Onions, tomato, lettuce, turkey, and bacon with a mayo type sauce. But that vinaigrette on the pickled onion, I mean, it tastes like pickled onion, is really, really wonderful. Also, if you're vegan or vegetarian, I think they have a bunch of options, and you can add avocado and stuff like that. So definitely a choice for those who don't eat meat. They've got options for you there too. All right, but as you can tell, it is windy as heck here, and I gotta go back in my car, and we'll head to the next stop, which is the last stop. All right, up next we're at Capriotti's, and you're gonna say that's not a local chain, but it is owned by a Waipahu guy who moved back here from the mainland, from Vegas, and opened up the shop. The shop is actually from Delaware, and we're gonna try their sandwiches. They're most known for the Bobby, which is like a Thanksgiving sandwich with turkey, cranberry sauce, and stuffing, but that's not my jam. So I think I'm gonna try a Philly cheesesteak or something like that. If you're wondering, it's here where the Kahala Market is with Foodland. There's Capriotti's, and behind me is J. Dolan's. It's right across Kahala Mall. All right, so I got my stuff from Capriotti's. First time, never been, heard many things about them. Like I said earlier, they're a chain from Delaware, so they're all over the East Coast. They have your typical sandwiches, turkey, like cold cuts, Italian cold cuts, and they have a special Wagyu beef Philly cheesesteak, and I was interested in it because I haven't had a Philly cheesesteak in a while since we left Philadelphia this past summer, I believe. So they have different sizes. This is the half, which is the cheapest. since I'm trying all these different places, I don't want a big sandwich. So this is great for small eaters. They have a small, medium, and a large, which would be the whole roll. I got it on white bread, of course. This Wagyu cheese steak smells delicious. Comes with the beef, of course, mushrooms, some cheese, and onions. You can get hot peppers or sweet peppers, but I didn't want that today. If you go inside, it's very nice and clean. Service was very friendly. I enjoyed their interaction. They're really cool people. The music is quite loud, so if you're not into loud music, then you might not want to dine in there. But next door at the Foodland, that Kahala Market, has a bunch of tables and umbrellas outside if you want to sit outside and eat. But it's a very windy day, as you saw in the other video at Sprouts. This is the same day, and I actually parked at a park. There's a bench right there, but the wind is going off, and eating the Sprout sandwich in the wind was kind of frustrating because the paper is flying all over the place and I can't really show too much, so I thought it would be better to be in the car. All right, so let's dig in. Looks pretty full of meat, which is a great thing. So let's try it. The bread is super soft too. That's good. In the first bite already, I got a lot of cheese. It's melty. It's got a nice chew in your mouth. I don't know what kind of cheese it is. I gotta look it up. I'll let you know. So the website says that it's premium American Wagyu beef from Snake River Farms. I believe that's in Idaho. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. And it has the mushrooms, onions, and American white cheese. So it's not the Whiz-Wit that you would get in Philly. Whiz-Wit is the yellow cheese. But it's good. It's ooey, gooey, soft bread. Now I'm getting a little bit of pepperiness from the sauteed onions and mushrooms, which really is fantastic. Like black pepper. Gives it a little kick. And it's so easy to eat. The meat is tender. You just bite in it. It's not like gristle and doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Just falls apart like that. I think for a person like me, personally, this size is perfect with a bag of chips and a drink. Not too big to make you feel grossly full, but enough to keep you full. And the steak meat is really nice. I think everything's seasoned perfectly. It's not too salty, it's not bland. The bread is soft and poofy and delicious. Everything's just melts in your mouth. Goodness. If you like the onions and mushrooms, you know, in your burgers, this is wonderful. And Gina from Ohana Eats did a little video, and she's familiar with Capriotti's. She's from Philly. She says the bread here is a little different compared to the original Capriotti's, but I'm not sure if they changed it after her because she went right when they opened. But I think it's really good bread. It's nice and soft. It's nice and warm. They warmed it up, but it's not too crispy and toasty. I'm not a fan of crispy toasty bread. I like it hot but soft, just like it's fresh baked out of the oven. And I think it's delicious. This is super winners. I definitely come back again and have it. So that was pretty much my sandwich episode. If you're wondering about other sandwiches such as machetes and Les Banh Mi, I went to a bunch of different ones. I'll put the playlist and pin it above in a comment. And I'll also put it in the description box below if you're interested in reading about that or seeing all the other videos around the island of different sandwich shops if you're into sandwiches. And I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed Capriotti's. Even though it's a chain, it is locally owned by a couple that's from Waipahu, like I said. And if you're into turkey and Thanksgiving sandwiches, definitely try out their bobby. That's what they're famous for. It's got the hoagie roll with the turkey, some cranberry sauce, and stuffing in there. Sounds delicious, but, you know, just had a turkey sandwich, so not my thing right now. So I was craving some Philly cheesesteak, and that hit the spot. Check out all of these local owned shops if you're craving for a sandwich. And until next time, I'll see you next weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you did, press the like button, leave a comment if you wish, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on another food adventure next week. Peace out, take care everybody, and aloha.